Hey everyone, it's Joe Waxman, and I'm back with another video. I just want to go over the current transits right now. Just real quick, take a look at what's going on. I'm going to share my screen. I'm not going to waste any time here. All right, this is the way it is right now. And one of the interesting aspects, one of the main reasons I want to do this is because Mars is Cazimi, the sun, in Libra, and Mercury's combust. They're all tightly conjunct, but Mars within 17 minutes of the sun. That's in the heart of the sun. So Cazimi, planet is Cazimi, it's considered superpowered. Unlike combust, like the Mercury here, combust planet loses power, gets burned by the sun, and it gets irritated and irritable. So like Mercury right now is irritated by the sun. So mercurial things like communicating, speaking, thinking, and the intellect, expression, all that is going to be a bit more irritable right now. However, Mars is Cazimi in Libra along with the sun. Now the sun is debilitated in Libra, and Mars is in detriment in Libra, being opposite Venus. But because Mars is Cazimi, it's the best time right now for Libran things like relationships, like balance, justice, fairness. Call like if you're a judge or something like that, or you want to have a good relationship with somebody, you want to smooth things over. Now's a really good time to initiate action because Mars rules initiating action. So if you want to, like go up to somebody who you like and express your feelings or something like that, or start up conversation with somebody, like romance, or just like even like a business partner, you could go up to somebody and like start a business partnership, because Libra deals with business. It deals with business and marketing and sales. It's a great time for sales. It's a great time to do any initiative action that's Libran in nature, relationship oriented, or like I said, balancing, balance act, like judging, some things like that, of that nature. Now there's always the option, the possibility for rejection, because Chiron it's 5 degrees, but it's still in opposition to the sun and Mars. And Chiron's in Aries. So, and Chiron deals with rejection and wounds and pains and, being an outcast, things like that. So it's not saying that everything is going to go well, but it is a good time to initiate. Anyway, I mean, you're going to have to take your choice about that. But as far as like this whole Libran time, it is a good time because action is initiation and action are empowered right now. Mars is in the best position it can be in Libra because it's Cazimi the sun. Okay, now Moon is in Scorpio, opposite Uranus. It won't be here for long, but it is here for now. So like, if you feel excited 1 minute and like then depressed the next moment, well, this is why, because Moon is debilitated in Scorpio. So depression, deep feelings. Moon does not like to be in Scorpio. Honestly, the planets we have now are pretty well. At least Venus is out of Scorpio, but like Moon in Scorpio, oh, heaviness, depression. I mean, I was feeling kind of tired and depressed earlier, and I was like, why? And that's why I chose to look at the transits. I was like, oh, of course. I mean, I should have known that. It was just in Libra, new moon in Libra. But yeah, opposite Uranus, it's making people very excitable, and maybe sensitive, and then depressed, and it's kind of a roller coaster. Venus, which rules Libra, is conjunct the South Node. So, I mean, that's interesting. It's in Sagittarius. South Node conjunct Venus will show like a very comfortable comfortability with Venusian things like relationships. So you might feel very at ease talking to somebody, a friend or romantic or business, any type of relationship, any of these Libran things. But at the same time, it's not going to be satisfying because South Node represents things that we've already accomplished or we've already done. It's sort of like graduating, a grade in school or graduating college or something. You don't just go back. Like, you're familiar with everything you learned. You already have your degree, but you don't go back to school once you graduated. And so South Node represents a sort of graduation. So Venusian things are graduated right now. We feel comfortable with it, but they're not really going to be satisfying us. North Node is in Gemini at 2 degrees. And remember, the nodes are always traveling backwards versus the planets are always traveling forward. So the nodes are about to shift into the Taurus-Scorpio axis. That should be interesting. But still, North Node is in Gemini. So, the intellect, speaking, communication, all the, skills of the hands, all the Gemini things, are still in that North Node obsessive territory. So that's all, where we're going to want to put our attention versus, the relationships. We'll feel very comfortable here, but it's not going to be satisfying. I'm telling you, you won't be attached. You'll feel very empty from Venusian things right now, which is contradictory because it's like, yeah, it's a good time to act, the best time because Mars is Cazimi, but at the same time, it's not going to be satisfactory and you are risking rejection. It doesn't mean don't do it because it could turn out well, but you never know. I mean, Jupiter is square the moon, and it's applying, but it is a square, and Jupiter is not very strong in Aquarius. It's okay. It's not terrible. Jupiter has the esoteric rulership of Aquarius, if you want to take that into account. Most people probably do not take that into account, but that's okay. But it still is a Jupiter contact, and Jupiter to the moon is great. Jupiter in any contact to the moon is fantastic because Jupiter and moon do very, very well. And with this Scorpio moon, any Jupiter contact it can get, it'll take it. It's like, you know what? It's not a lot, but I'll take it. I need whatever I can get. So there is a bit of positivity, even though it's not that positive. The squares are going to be the least beneficial aspect. Well, probably an inconjunct would be worse, but a square is not great versus a sextile or a trine or a conjunction. That would be very good for the moon, but we don't have that yet. What else? I mean, that's pretty much it for the interesting aspects. We have this slow applying square between Saturn and Uranus. So like the tensions between rebellion and authority are getting increasing because Saturn's going to move into Uranus, perfecting that square. And so if you're feeling the impulse to rebel against authority, which a lot of us probably are, a lot of us are, because authority, especially when it comes to technology, which Aquarius represents, the tech giants and their censorship, it's getting worse, and we're feeling very rebellious. But the problem is that Saturn is the co-ruler of Aquarius, so Saturn is strong in Aquarius, and Uranus is not strong in Taurus. In fact, it's debilitated. So the Uranian rebellion is not strong against the Saturnian big tech authorities. And that's going to suck. That does suck. It's getting worse. It's going to suck even more. So sucky times are ahead. What can I say? But it will eventually get better. When Jupiter moves into, Jupiter in Pisces might perpetuate the fake news bullshit that we've been having with Neptune in Pisces as well. And that's not going to get any better. I mean, at least when we get to Aries, we're going to have more clarity in as far as like the media and the lies and all the deceit. It might turn to civil war. That's definitely a possibility, but who knows? That's far in the future, several years. But when Jupiter goes into Pisces, it's still good for some things because Jupiter is going to be happier in Pisces because it's co-ruler of Pisces. So at least Jupiter will be more functional, and that'll be good. It'll be good for the arts and creativity and spirituality and Piscean things, but won't be great for, easing up on the fake news nonsense crapola that we've been bombarded with. Hey, what you gonna do? When North Node moves into Taurus, that's gonna be fantastic for finance. I mean, because we're gonna get a obsessive force in the Taurian area, really spurring on the markets, the finance, and even though there's like a huge downturn in the economic stability of the world, North Node and Taurus could be good, very good for some things. I think like real money, like silver and gold and crypto, could really do well with North Node and Taurus. So that's something to look forward to. South Node in Scorpio, well, fantastic for me, like astrology, because South Node represents spiritual things, and Scorpio is very spiritual as well, and occult. So like occult practices, spirituality, astrology, shared resources, intimacy, yeah, all those things. If you're into any scorpionic things that also relate to South Node, which is more spiritual in nature, it should be good. So that'll be interesting. Anyway, I just want to make this quick video about all this, Mars Cazimi especially. If you're depressed, hang in there. It'll get better. It's just the moon in Scorpio is just a quick transit. It won't last long. Alrighty, guys, that's it for now. Thanks, and don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share if you enjoy this content. And if you want to book a reading, go to my website, macroastrology.com. Thanks, and I will see you later. Bye.